boating. And thanks to incredible advances in inflatable technology and innovative materials development, safety and comfort can both be a priority. Stay safe, stay comfortable. We're at Florida. For more information on this and other safe boating topics, visit myfwc.com.
Are you facing an unexpected financial emergency? You need WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com could help you get up to $3,000 fast. WeFixMoney.com is free to use, available 24/7, and has an A rating with a Better Business Bureau. Go to the name you trust, WeFixMoney.com. If you need emergency cash up to $3,000 for bills or anything else, type WeFixMoney.com directly in your browser. That's WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day.
Who let the dogs out?
Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying forwarded. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
1-0 pitch. Stowers cracks that one out to center and deep. Siri is back. He looks up and it's gone. The Marlins waste no time. Kyle Stowers with a 2-run shot, and they take a 2-0 lead in the first.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
2-1. That kicks away from Rodriguez. Hill breaks for the plate. There will be no throw. And on a wild pitch, the Marlins walk it off again. 1-2. Conine lifts out to left field. Tommy Pham working back to the warning track. So is Sawinski. They look up and it's gone. Griffin Conine to left center. And we're tied at 2 in the 7th.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
All right. Nice job, Ahmed. Welcome. We're live here from Lone Depot Park in Miami on an 87-degree Sunday afternoon. Roof and walls are slammed and shut as we conclude this 7-game homestand here today. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio. It's Fox Sports 940 Miami. Game 76 of 162. You know, it's always weird getting shut out because you quickly forget about Friday night's victory. But with a win today, you capture a series win against another NL East opponent, and there's no better way to spend your Sandy Sunday than right here at Lone Depot Park. We're pumped to bring you Game 3, the series finale between the 35-40 Atlanta Braves and your 30-45 Miami Marlins. The Sandman, he'll take the bump, hoping to stay hot in the month of June. He's pitched to a 2 ERA through 3 starts. And Bryce Elder, the former 2023 All-Star, takes the hill for Brian Snitker's Atlanta Braves. We get going today at 1:40 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Well, hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Sunday afternoon with Jack McMullen and former Marlins All-Star closer A.J. Ramos. I am Steven Strom. Got a cool show for you. Had really a Sandy primary-focused pregame show. We will first hear from Daniel Moskis, Marlins pitching coach, on Sandy. Sandy will join Jack McMullen. We got a chance to catch up with him before his start yesterday. We'll get you at the count with Sandy and Elder. Jack and AJ will jump in for some weekend observations. Our X-Poll question of today at Marlins Radio and Steve's guarantee to victory. Well, it has been such a pleasure to watch Sandy Alcantara this month. And one of the big differences that I think we've seen from Sandy are the walks. 12 walks in the month of May, just 3 in the month of June. Let's hear, though, what Daniel Moskis has seen from Sandy and what he continues to be impressed about as he's went through this strong stretch here in June.
I just like to see him continue to build on the past 3 outings. It's been pretty good work. It had been trending in a good direction, but he's finally starting to put those quality outings, quality starts together. See the confidence continue to grow, and he's looked like his old self the past few times out, and that's been really encouraging. 2 things jump out to me. Execution has been improving, ability to execute his best shapes in the most advantageous locations for himself, and then just making sure that he keeps the whole mix in play, whole arsenal in play. To right-handed hitters, he's cut down on some of the fastball usage, brought in some more breaking balls. So that's been encouraging to see as well, just trying to keep guys off balance.
Love the way that Daniel Moskis is so articulate in his media availability. Talked about executing shapes, which I want to ask AJ Ramos about as well. Keeping the mix in play, that's obvious. He wants him to keep mixing in his sinker, the curveball, whatever it may be. Don't be predictable. And then the command. I mentioned it, right? Sandy had 12 walks in the month of May. He only has 3 here in the month of June. Command has been key for Sandy. And I also asked Daniel Moskis because I was curious. We asked Clayton McCullough about Yuri Perez and say, 1 to 10, 10 being Yuri's a finished product. Where's Yuri? And he said, 3, 4. He's just scratching the surface. But with Sandy, it's different. Sandy obviously is, somewhat of a veteran here in this league. He won a Cy Young. He's coming off Tommy John, but he's also working with an entirely new staff. He was with Mel Stoudemire Jr. for quite a long time. So I asked Daniel Moskis, from 1 to 10, 10 being a finished Sandy product, where is Sandy at this point?
It feels like a 7 to 8, and then I think he should be incredibly proud that it's at that number. He's put in a tremendous amount of work to get there, and, I'd love to see him continue on that trend, and even if this is a bad one, I'm not, and then a knock on wood, hope that doesn't happen, but I'm not going to feel like that's taking 2 giant steps back either, especially with the work that he's committed to, the work that he's put in. I think that he's just continued to build confidence day in and day out, and so, to me, that total package of the execution being better, the stuff being tremendous, using his whole arsenal and the confidence coming back, that's why I feel confident in saying it's a 7 or 8 for me.
Again, was Marlins pitching coach Daniel Moskis. It's been so much fun to watch the trend of Sandy Alcantara. It started here at Lone Depot Park against the Colorado Rockies. It continued with 6 shutout in Pittsburgh. And then I thought a really solid start on Monday against the Philadelphia Phillies, allowing 2 runs on 5 hits over 5 frames, 100 pitches for Sandy. He also moved into second on the all-time strikeout leader list here in Marlins franchise history. Well, coming up next, we will expand on Sandy Alcantara, our very own Jack McMullen, our second pitching guru next to AJ Ramos here today. He sits down to talk with them ahead of his start. Series finale. It's the Braves. It's the Marlins. We're back in 2 minutes on the Marlins Radio Network.
I would say that was 98.
Augustine Ramirez hammers a ball. Left field and gone. 3-run bomb. Agustin Ramirez, his 11th home run of the season. And the Marlins blow it open 4-0 in the bottom of the third.
Type of pitches go a long way.
First pitcher to Michael Harris is hit on the ground to the dive of the shortstop Lopez. He rolls a ground ball over to first, and that gets Harris. Great play by Otto.
Way up, he threw that from his right knee and was able to get it over to first with enough steam.
Now another great defensive shortstop, Nick Allen, lifts one out to left field. That is falling quickly. Stowers dives, and he makes the catch. 1-1. That one flicked down the left field line. That is in for a base hit, and that's rolling all the way to the wall. Stowers jogs in from second. Myers sprints in from first, and Eric Wagaman with a 2-run pinch hit double. Verdugo in left field is throwing both his hands up right now.
For him.
1-2. Otto on the move. That a hard ground ball that eats up Albies and dribbles into center field. A run comes in to score. Lopez goes first to third. Augustine ripped a ball on the ground, and he might have himself a 4 RBI day.
Kyle, how did you see your team keep their foot on the gas the entire night tonight?
Yeah, I thought, early on, scoring at first is always a huge thing in this game. And then obviously the 3-run homer from Gus there, and then I feel like when you have a lead, and they, whether they score a couple, if you can answer back again, kind of just like you said, keeps your foot on the gas and, shows that we're.
Information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475. Well, happy Sunday, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Sunday afternoon. 141st pitch series finale, final game of this homestand for the Miami Marlins. They dropped 3 out of 4 against the Phillies. They took game 1 against Atlanta on Friday. And again, when you get shut out like you did yesterday, it's like, oh man, we got shut out. But then it's like, hey, we got an opportunity at a series win before we head out to the West Coast. Sandy Alcantara will toe the rubber. He'll make his 15th start of the season. Before we get to our conversation with the Sandman, take the Marlins wherever you go, download the iHeartRadio app, and make Fox Sports 940 the top preset to listen to every Miami Marlins game. Well, we heard Sandy's pitching coach, Daniel Moskis, on what has led to the success for Sandy. Let's head down to listen to Jack McMullen and Sandy Alcantara, their conversation from yesterday ahead of his start here tonight.
Thank you very much, Steven. Sandy Alcantara, you're coming off 3 awesome starts, man. And last time outing, it was against Philly, right? So you got Colorado, then you got at Pittsburgh, and then home against Philadelphia. That's a good lineup. What kind of confidence did that start give you going into this one?
So just be out there tomorrow, be more aggressive than normal. But thinking of what I can do, with my location. But I know they like to swing the bat, team like the Brave, they always been aggressive against us, but tomorrow, let's see what happens tomorrow, you just got to be out there and compete since the first pitch.
Looking back at the last 3 starts, do you feel like something has clicked over the last 3, or has it kind of been a start-by-start thing?
Yeah, for sure, so when I got my first one, so I feel very happy, then I got my second one, my third one, and everything started getting on my rhythm, get on my mode, and I feel very happy about it, because I always was patient and believe in myself, I was keep following my routine, and finally I'm happy on the progress that I've been doing.
Sandy, last time out, Trey Turner got you on the second pitch of the game, and then you settled in right after that. How did you kind of refocus after that homer from Turner and turn in a really nice start?
Yeah, he know all my pitches, I've been faced that guy since 2018, so he always been aggressive, swinging the first pitch, not just against me, but I think against everyone. He's a great hitter, so I just leave the pitch out right there in the middle, and he just swing it.
You're no stranger to this Atlanta lineup. What jumps out when you look at them right now? Obviously, they're getting hotter as the season goes on.
Yeah, so they start, but they start getting their ball, they've been winning a lot of games, but they've been very aggressive since the first at bat. They have a lot of talent over there, a guy like Acuna, he's back, RV's awesome, Riley, those guys, they like to swing harder, but yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow and today, hopefully we can win today and tomorrow.
I'm not going to ask you how to get Acuna out, but a lot of guys are struggling with that around the league right now. Do you see any sort of weakness with a guy like Acuna?
What I see yesterday, so I don't know if that's going to be good if I say it right now. So, but I see something that maybe going to work for me and Yuri today, for me tomorrow, and hopefully we can execute our pitches tomorrow. And yeah, so let's see what happens today and tomorrow, and we can go from there.
All right, so that was Sandy Alcantara and Jack McMullen. Sandy making his 15th start of the season, and he will have to face Ronald Acuna Jr. Career-wise, Acuna is hitting .276 against Sandy, 8 for 29, 3 doubles, a home run, a triple, 8 RBIs, and 7 strikeouts. So coming up next, we will dive deeper into the matchup on the mound. We spent enough time on Sandy. He's going up against a pretty decent arm in Bryce Elder. He's been up and down, but we'll discuss more as we get you ready for a 1:40 first pitch. Marlins on Deck continues on the Marlins Radio Network.
The 2-1 pitch. Turner swinging away, lifts one out to shallow right field. Stowers working in, Edwards pushing back. X on his way back. He makes the catch. Xavier Edwards with an over-the-shoulder catch. He reached out beyond his left shoulder, might have overran it a little bit, and he somehow plucked it with his back, facing home plate.
I really just put my head down and ran. We were in foot in at the time. I thought I just had to go and get it. I didn't think Wag was going to get there, and I wasn't sure where Stout was at. So just put my head down and ran, and luckily got to the spot.
1-1 pitch. Sanchez launches out to center field and deep. Rojas just looking up. Jesus Sanchez, a pinch hit bomb. There's your insurance. 6-3 Marlins in the bottom of the 7th.
To start this month.
His first start coming off because he came in a pinch hit situation and then started the next day.
1-1. That a line shot up the middle and through for a base hit. One insurance run comes in to score, and that'll be all. Everybody up 90 feet. Agustin Ramirez stings a ball up the gut. 7-3 Marlins on an 111-mile-an-hour single up the middle from Agustin. Gets us ready for the payoff pitch. 3-2. That one a line shot into left center field. That will get in, and that will hop its way to the wall. Sanoja around second. He's headed to third base. Relay throw coming into third is late. It hit off Sanoja, and Javi has a go-ahead RBI triple. So runners at second and third now with the Marlins down by 1. And Banks seeing Kyle Stowers here. Philly infield drawn in. That a bouncing ball over to third. Bohm has got it. He can't come home. He throws to first. It's his only play. He gets Stowers, but a couple of soft ground balls over to third end up plating a run.
Supplements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Hey, this is Derek Hill, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Little Sunday sermons here. I like this rejoin, man. Let me let this play out a little bit. Sandy Alcantara will go opposite Bryce Elder here this afternoon. Steven Strom, AJ Ramos, and Jack McMullen. Those two have your call. They'll also join me in the next segment. They will reveal their weekend observations. Actually, before I get you ahead of the count, I do want to send a special shout out to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, first half champions. They won 4-2 last night over the Syracuse Mets. They secured the club's first playoff appearance since 2017 by becoming the International League's first half champions. The Jumbo Shrimp overcame an 8-game deficit in their division and posted a 13-3 record over their last 16 games, which included winning 10 of their last 11 contests. Congratulations to Scott Kornberg, Matt Davis, and that entire staff and team. Okay, Bryce Elder, 26-year-old right-hander, 2023 All-Star. Remember that? This guy's 26. He made an All-Star team 2 years ago, and he was 24. He'll make his 12th start of the season. Elder did not break with the team. He was actually recalled a couple days after opening day in replacement of Ronaldo Lopez. He comes into Sunday afternoon with a 2-3 record, a 4.45 ERA, 60 2/3, 51 Ks to 19 combined walks. He's been up and down. He had a 5 ERA in April, a 3.18 ERA in May. He's on 8 days of rest. Sandy is also on an extra day of rest as well. And for Elder, he did pitch against Colorado on Friday, gave up 4 runs on 7 hits, 3 walks, 3 1/3. Against the Marlins in his career, He's 2-2 with a 2.89 ERA, 46 2/3 in 8 starts against the Fish. He'll feature a sinker and a slider. That's really what he primarily throws. A sinker at 39% of the time. That slider's been a great pitch for him. He's thrown it 38% of the time. He's got 27 Ks, and opponents are hitting just 200 against that pitch. He also mixes in a four-seamer and a changeup. Elder will go opposite the aforementioned Sandy Alcantara, 29-year-old right-hander who will make his 15th start of the season. 3-8 with a 6.88 ERA. Man, it's pretty unbelievable. You feel like Sandy has pitched really well the last 3, but because of that start, you're still seeing that, ERA at 6. But hopefully with time, that thing's going to go down. He started on Monday against the Phils. He allowed 2 runs on 5 hits over 5 frames, 100 pitches. We mentioned the record breaker to move into second place on the all-time strikeout list. Congratulations again to him. 3 starts in June for Sandy. Man, it has been so awesome to watch. 1-1, a 2.12 ERA, 17 innings pitched, 15 Ks to the key stat here, 3 walks. 12 walks in the month of May, 3 in the month of June. One of the trends that Clayton McCullough said to us on Friday night, you can't give this team, the Atlanta Braves, free passes. Marlins didn't give up 1 free pass on Friday. They won. The Marlins gave up 4 free passes yesterday. They lost. It's not that hard here, folks. I'm totally kidding. 13 career starts against the Braves. Sandy Alcantara's got decent numbers. 4-4, 2.94 ERA, 82 2/3, 75 combined punch-outs, 230 walks. So that's your matchup on the mound here this afternoon. Bryce Elder, Sandy Alcantara at 140. We will break. AJ and Jack will join me next. We're back in 2 on the Marlins Radio Network.
I would say that was 98.
Augustine Ramirez hammers a ball, left field, and gone. 3-run bomb. Augustine Ramirez, his 11th home run of the season. And the Marlins blow it open 4-0 in the bottom of the 3rd.
Type of pitches go a long way.
This pitcher to Michael Harris is hit on the ground to the dive of the shortstop Lopez. He rolls a ground ball over to first, and that gets Harris. Great play by Otto.
Way up, he threw that from his right knee and was able to get it over to first with enough steam.
Now another great defensive shortstop, Nick Allen, lifts one out to left field. That is falling quickly. Stowers dives, and he makes the catch. 1-1. That one flicked down the left field line. That is in for a base hit, and that's rolling all the way to the wall. Stowers jogs in from second. Myers sprints in from first, and Eric Wagaman with a 2-run pinch hit double. Verdugo in left field is throwing both his hands up right now.
For him.
1-2. Otto on the move. That a hard ground ball that eats up Albies and dribbles into center field. A run comes in to score. Lopez goes first to third. Augustine ripped a ball on the ground, and he might have himself a 4 RBI day.
Kyle, how did you see your team keep their foot on the gas the entire night tonight?
Yeah, I thought, early on, scoring first is always a huge thing in this game. And then obviously the 3-run homer from Gus there. And then, I feel like when you have a lead, and they, whether they score a couple, if you can answer back again, kind of just like you said, keep your foot on the gas. And
Target SL requiere extender internet. Velocidades reales varían. Velocidades se reducen después del uso de 30 gigabits por línea. Los límites de datos y los ahorros reales varían.
Thought we were going with
1-2 pitch is cut on and missed. And move over Josh Johnson. Sandy Alcantara is now in sole possession of second place on the Marlins all-time strikeout list.
Mermaid music on a Sandy Sunday. You like that? It's for Billy's birthday, right?
Yeah.
And Billy's birthday. Is it his 33rd birthday because that's our 33rd season? Are we calling it that?
No, I don't think Billy has an age.
Okay.
He's ageless.
Well,
The
happy
ageless
birthday
wonder.
to Billy the Marlin. And that was Sandy Alcantara. I love that music. It's tropical. It really smells and it feels like a sandy Sunday. And I think the last time AJ was with us, Sandy was going through it. I mean, we were having conversation with him even outside of clubhouse availability. And this time around yesterday, when we got a chance to sit down with him and chat with him after that interview that Jack did, AJ, it felt like he's in a lot better of a headspace. I guess, what is that like when you break through after a rough stretch?
Well, I mean, when you're going through it, I know there's always a little bit of doubt. I mean, most of your mind is like, I'm going to get out of this. But when you're going through it, it's hard to see that light at the end of the tunnel. You're trying to figure out what the issue is. And when you look at his stuff during that time, it wasn't too far off from the way it is now. It's just better execution. So when you're walking around with that, you do your best to try to be normal.
Sure.
But this is what you do for your job, and this is basically your life. So, like, it's hard to kind of get rid of that. But once you keep working and you break through, it's almost like when you overcome that challenge, you're like, I did it. I knew I would. And that voice inside you that was been telling you being positive is a little bit louder, and that little doubt is even quieter. And it's like, look, I knew I could do it. And so now you roll with that, and you allow that to propel you to continue to get better, because you still know that there's some improvement that needs to be made.
Still some meat on the bone, I may say. 1-1 with a 2.12 ERA, 3 starts in the month of June. Let's get to our weekend observations. I'm going to play this little background music for the. Is it on? No, I don't know if it's on. Oh, here it is. I love this music.
More steel drum?
No, just a little instrumental for our weekend observations.
Need more cowbell.
More cowbell. A little too hot. Okay, weekend observations. What do you guys think, Jack? Let me start with you. Taking it in direction you'd like, sir.
It's been an awesome field at Lone Football Park this week. That's the direction that I want to take. On Friday night, we felt like a good execution matchup. Friday was a really fun win for Fish. Yesterday, Anderson shut up. It's awesome in the ballpark, man. That was so cool to see. We did a little lap kind of outside. We made our way to the shop or the team store before the game, about an hour and a half before first pitch, and that was live out on the first pitch. I just feel like the ballpark here has had a really good buzz this week. A good
AJ, what you got for me?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yesterday's vibe was really cool. It reminds me of similar to like the Jose days that he was reigning around that time. But I'm going to go with, I really love Yuri Perez's changeup. And I feel like that's going to be the pitch that he's the first two were in the third, and then I think the last one was the last one for a righty that went in and
vocal reaction from AJ. Ooh, he's like, yeah. there was a change of his outside. He was like, yeah, okay. Because he loved the change.
Yeah, you can see the potential there. I feel like he's only going to build on that and just be better with it.
Let me see you guys. Stadium lot this afternoon from the airport. We talked about Sandy Alcantara. Different than the last two starts. Executing shapes, keeping Nixon playing, and his man. AJ Ramos, how
So with that is being able to land your slider in a certain spot and then be able to pick up because they like to focus on where the ball's going to end up. Other people like to focus on where they want to start the ball and end up. So whichever way your mind works best, you do it with that. So if it was Sandy, if it was me, I would focus on the spot and then allow and throw the cars that can't see that spot and then allow it to break. That's our case over there, working on the glove side execution. With that, you're going to get more position, you're going to get more on top of the ball to be able to better execute with it. The other thing with that was your pitch shape. Know your pitch shape so that you know where you want to miss. So like, some of his misses have been onside, so it's like, all right, if I miss my slider right here, I want to make sure I miss below the zone and not back up. So whenever you do that, it limits those almost for a hit or up in the zone, you're able to have a better miss and have a shot of
really sprang, right? The number of non-competitive pitches was very high. And he said, I got to get back to this game. I saw that tweet. He said, I got to get back to this game. But what changed? We saw him get we saw him walk the distance a little bit. Why? He said, he did this right. And now he's working through the side. Goldilocks approach to overall. I do
watch the yellow highlight the red vapor trail. Why do I feel like actually envision that before they fall? They just envision that little hump in the trace.
I would. So if I threw a fastball down away at the plate, I'm saying, all right, I want to, wherever that ball ended up, I want to throw this slider a little bit to the right of that, aim up, because then it's going to look like a cookie of a fastball, but then it's going to dive out of the zone and be a swing and a miss. They're going to run out of bats. So I definitely would envision where I started that last pitch, and based off of what pitch it was, if it was a curveball, slider, whatever it was, I try to make it look, put it in a spot that makes it look like a hit, and then it fall out of the zone. So yeah, I wouldn't envision the trace exactly, but I would definitely try to envision where that ball first started out.
Summer just started with that session. I see Mr. Smith now. A little upset you can ask for that. I would observation. Hey, wait, hold on. There you go.
Yo, Steven Strom.
Okay. So my observation is my balls were really high. A couple of really, I mean, I thought that one time we were going to hit the roof, and it wasn't just the Ravens. Good one, right?
Yeah.
Question here. 141st pitch Marlins Radio Network.
51 pitch. Turner swinging away, lifts one out to shallow right field. Stowers working in, Edwards pushing back. X on his way back. He makes the catch. Xavier Edwards with an over-the-shoulder catch. He reached out beyond his left shoulder, might have overran it a little bit, and he somehow plucked it with his back, facing home plate.
I really just put my head down and ran, rear foot in at the time. I thought I just had to go and get it. I didn't think Wag was going to get there, and I wasn't sure where Sal was at. So I just put my head down and ran, and I got
Launches out to center field. Just look out. There's your insurance. 6-3 Marlins in the bottom of the seventh.
To start this month.
His first start coming off because he came in a pinch hit situation.
Right.
1-1. That a line shot up the middle and through for a base hit. One insurance run comes in to score, and that'll be all. Everybody up 90 feet. Agustin Ramirez stings a ball up the gut. 7-3 Marlins on an 111-mile-an-hour single up the middle from Agustin. Gets us ready for the payoff pitch. 3-2. Now on a line shot into left center field. That will get in, and that will hop its way to the wall. Sanoha around second. He's headed third base. Relay throw coming into third is late. It hit off Sanoha, and Javi has to go ahead RBI triple. So runners second and third now with the Marlins down by 1. And Banks see Kyle Stout.
In the city of Hialeah, Marlins Youth Academy at Pack Park.
This homestand here this afternoon. Here in Miami. Tomorrow. This is Marlins on Deck. Fox Sports 940, Miami. Ben back in the studio hitting the 1-2-2. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, and AJ Ramos. Those two had their ball in the balance minutes. Let's get to our Expo question today at Marlins Radio. Sandy Alcantara moved into second on the all-time strikeout list in Miami Marlins franchise history. Question today, who do you pass? Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. It's time for Steve's Guarantee.
Batter up, batter up. Let's play some ball. First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's Guarantees.
Big shout again to Billy on his birthday. Hope he goes crazy today. Hopefully we can get you a win, Big Bill. Okay, Sandy Alcantara, quality start for him today. 6 innings, less than 3 runs. He's been trending. We've talked about the starts in June. 1-1 and 2, 1-2 ERA, 17 innings pitched. He's got to keep the walks at a minimum. Again, big stat from a couple of months. 12 in the month of May, 3 free passes in the month of June. He has to continue that trend. also has pretty solid numbers history-wise against the Atlanta Braves. 2.94 ERA over 13 starts. That continues here tonight. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McCollum paints a picture. AJ Ramos, he's ready to rock starting lineups, and first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball. It's next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and